Hello there, it's Jessie here. Welcome to the channel. Big up new subscribers. Very warm welcome if you're coming back and you keep coming back. I love you guys. Really. Sorry about that. I feel like today. I woke up, I was immediately like, no. And then, doing all my normal things in the morning like I always do, but just in this bad mood. And I still feel it. I tried to run it off. That didn't really work. Just got pissed off with running. Really, it's quite funny what a bad mood I'm in today. I don't know what I'm annoyed about, really. I'm just annoyed that there's like really shit people in the world. That's what I'm annoyed about today. Pisses me off. On like a personal level, but also collective as well. It's just like, stop it. Fucking stop it. And this is leading my brain to free will, right? This is my current understanding of free will on this planet. Is we have free will and there's always a choice. And I think I've talked about this before, but I'm doing it again. I feel like it needs to be said again for me. I don't think anyone can really deny when they do something that is like morally wrong. And when I say that, I mean like absolute personal morals, not like society's expectations, but everyone's got their own set of morals. And they vary a lot, fucking hell. But everyone's got some. And I think we always know, don't we, when we do something that's not aligned with our morals. And that's the choice point. That is the choice point of like, am I going to do this because it's easy and it's what I'm used to and blah, 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 blah. Or am I going to do what I know is actually morally right? And I think it's fucking important, that choice point, and that we make the right choice. And it's all right if we don't. I can forgive myself when I don't, but it's a forgiveness with like, it's like guilt is such a great emotion to feel, isn't it? I really like guilt and shame. And they get a bad rap because they're uncomfortable, but they're great pointers for us. Like if I feel guilty, I probably should feel bad about that thing that I did that was misaligned with my morals. So having a bit of a ranty day today. Rant. What's just popped into my head is this comment on a video I made a while back. And I was giving like lots of details about my current personal situation, like I don't have a job or a home in this moment in time. And there was a comment that really stood out to me. And maybe I should have checked it before I made the video. But it said something along the lines of, if you want to be accepted into groups, something along those lines, you can't share this kind of personal information. And it really stood out to me because like it was poignant and I disagreed with it. Like there was resistance there, but I was like, it stayed in my head for a long time. And I replied like from memory, something along the lines of like, I hear what you're saying. I hear like your words have reached me. And like I could feel the truth to them, but I was kind of being a bit like I'm gonna live how I'm gonna live, because I really want to live in a world where you can share anything and it doesn't fucking matter. But I was thinking about it yesterday, and I think what they're trying to tell me is like, we don't live in that world. We don't live in a fucking world where you can be totally transparent and not be taken advantage of, and not be like rainbows and butterflies. Like it exists energies and frequencies on this planet still that will absolutely take advantage of that and misconstrue it, all right, as like naivety. And it is a bit, but I don't know. I think we really need to remember, I need to remember, actually, how complex human beings are and how multi-layered we all are. And, looks like a cinnamon bun could kill you. That's a game a friend played when I was in the UK this summer, where there's all these different options, like looks like a cinnamon bun, is a cinnamon bun, or looks like they'd kill you, would kill you, or looks like a cinnamon bun would kill you, or looks like would kill you is a cinnamon bun. And you can pick anyone you know and decide what they are if you want to play that game. I thought it was quite fun. But it's a bit reductionist as well, I'm thinking, because I reckon I look like a cinnamon bun, and I reckon I am a cinnamon bun, and I reckon I'd kill you. Maybe I look like I'd kill you too, I don't know. But yeah, complex, multi-layered misunderstandings. I'm just a bit pissed off by people who keep fucking up, basically. And this isn't even personal, I don't think. Maybe it is. And I don't know about it, but I just really need to get this off my chest today. I don't like it. Actually I feel much better now. So here we are rambling along. What else do I want to... Oh yeah. So yesterday, I experience paranoia, right? Sometimes, and throughout my life I have, and I'm quite good with paranoia now. Like, I recognise when it's there, and I also know not to believe it. But it's been a bit of a mystery to me, because I don't think paranoia, like, it's got a bad rap, that name, and I don't think it's I don't think there's much understanding about it. And from my experience, I think, I was talking to someone the other day and they were saying they get social paranoia under the influence of certain things, and they can sort of think they know what people are thinking about them. And I asked them, is it social paranoia, or are you psychic? And maybe you are genuinely picking up on things. And, he was like, I've thought about it. But then, sometimes I've thought certain things and I've turned out to be right, and sometimes turned out to be wrong. And this is kind of the thing, if you are a bit psychic or like intuitive, of like when to trust it and when not. And where I've got to with it is, I'm like, it's a daily practice of discernment of, okay, is this information I'm receiving, like, what's my response to it? Is it neutral? Like, for me, I got to really dig out and clear out neutral information coming in, and then my response to it can be like a multitude of things. So like catching it before I respond, and being aware of patterns that I have, and ways of thinking, and my own insecurities that I could be projecting. And that is a daily practice of discerning those things. So information comes in, okay, is this an insecurity of mine that I have a lot? And if it is, maybe we'll just leave it there and I'll do that work. Or is it totally neutral in a way? And I got to catch it before I have the response, because it could be information I'm receiving, but then if it triggers me, I might have a response, and then I take it into the insecurity place. And sometimes if I can catch myself before I respond, it's easier to discern. And I did this yesterday. I went on a walk, and I'm a very sensitive person, so I do feel energies around, and a bit psychic. So, and I caught these fucking paranoid thoughts in my head, like really damning me for like actually quite positive things. And it was really interesting because it was the first time I'd really caught it and seen the agenda of those paranoid thoughts, which were to really, like, at some point in my life, I decided to believe and take on these voices that if I do something really beautiful, let's say, like, I imagine, like, I've got very strong imagination, and I imagine, I hope I'm not talking about myself too much, but this is my YouTube channel where I kind of just do that, so doubt aside, I've got very vivid imagination, and it uses all the senses. And I had this moment of like very beautiful imagination, actually, and then I feel like admiration, because I think it creates quite a good energy inside of me. And then I felt admiration from those around. And then in came the paranoid thoughts. Well, self-deprecating, judgmental thoughts, which were like, who the fuck does she think she is? Actually, you know when it came? It was like I had this imagination. I felt admiration from others. And then I felt admiration for myself for being able to inspire others. And then the thoughts came in. They damn me for appreciating appreciation. Are you with me? And I was like, holy shit, that's so mean. And this is the energy. I've been dealing with this my whole life, where when I genuinely feel good about myself for something, and then there's voices in my head that tell me not to do that, right? And then it happened I was like, oh God, writing it all down. Then 5 minutes later, I was walking along and I picked something up off the floor, and I realised it was just rubbish. And I went to put it in the bin. I put it in the bin, and then I felt proud of myself for putting something in the bin that wasn't mine. I felt a little bit proud. I was like, I'm doing my bit for the community. There was just loads of laughing outside. And then in came the voices again. Who the fuck does she think she is? Ooh, goody two-shoes. So damning of like when I feel good about myself. And it revealed to me like a very, very deep this unconscious layer of like low self-worth that exists within me and has always been operating just where I couldn't quite see it. And now I'm seeing it and I'm like, as if I've been freaking out over these voices for years. Okay, that might sound a bit dramatic. It's not constant. And when it first started about 6-7 years ago, I would freak out. But now I'm familiar with it now. But last night was a new thing. It was like, what? For doing something for when I feel good. And I really, really, what I'm practicing at the moment is catching thoughts, like catching them and looking at them and being like, do I want to believe this, or is this what I think? And totally fucking discarding them. And I think that maybe that's what I'm annoyed about, that I have to do that. Do you know what I mean? I just want it to be sunshine, rainbows and lollipops, guys, but it ain't. And that is my stream of consciousness for today. I hope you liked it. I really want to say really, really, really big thank you to the community we got going on here. Thank you deeply for all the comments. We're coming up to a year, right? So on the 30th of October, it's been a year since I started this thing. And I have a bit of an arbitrary goal. I would quite like to get to 1,000 subscribers before my year, or like by my year milestone. And I think it's possible. And so I'm kind of reaching out for help, guys. Those of you who are still with me and you come and you like it. What can I do? Maybe I've got to change my thumbnails. What should I do? Any advice, any tips, anyone, of how you think we could get it up to 1,000? And listen, if we don't make it, we don't make it. I don't care that much. It's arbitrary, and it's not the intention to just get more. But it's also nice to set goals, and it's like to give myself that. I'm like, oh, maybe I should tweak something a little bit and make it a little bit better. So has anyone got any suggestions? Give them to me, please. Yeah, all right, guys, I'll leave it there for today. As you can see, I'm a bit but I am feeling better, having spoken some things out and knowing that they'll be witnessed by you. So thank you. And I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful life, and subscribe if you're still here and you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love. Bye.